A pro-Clinton Super PAC has pledged to spend $1 million to troll users on Twitter, Facebook, Reddit, and Instagram. Now, this Super PAC is called Correct the Record and is run by former Hillary Clinton opponent and troll David Brock. Now, of course, in command of a paid troll army, Correct the Record has, according to the pro-Clinton publication The Daily Beast, corrected more than 5,000 people already that have, in their words, personally attacked Hillary Clinton on Twitter. Now, this isn't going after right-wingers. This isn't going after the Fox pundits. This isn't actually going after actual trolls. These are paid commenters that are going after people like you and me. This is the equivalent of a large establishment organization punching down at regular people. And besides, I have to ask, they say they're going after people who attack Hillary Clinton. Well, what constitutes an attack? If you're disagreeing with her on policy or pointing out how she's flip-flopped on certain issues, well, that's a fair attack. Now, on the other hand, if you're saying, hey, Hillary Clinton, I hate you because you're a woman and you're dumb, well, now that's an attack. And you're probably going to get your ass handed to you by both Bernie and Hillary supporters. Because we're not going to have any of that shit. Now, of course, speaking of people who have had some experience with this online troll army already, was a Reddit user known as OKRZ, saying this, quote, "This explains why my inbox turned to cancer on Tuesday. Been a member of Reddit for almost 4 years, and I've never experienced anything like this. In fact, in all my years on the internet, I've never experienced anything like it." That's amazing. Look, and he hasn't experienced anything like it because it's a terrible idea. It's bad when you have to pay people to like and defend you. It's not a good thing. And shit like this is why millennials don't like Hillary Clinton or the establishment. Because her super PAC is essentially sending out pro-Clinton propaganda. Now, let's go back to the Daily Beast. They write, quote, "Correct the Record, which received $5 million this campaign season and spent almost $4.5 of it, according to OpenSecrets.org, outlined its strategy against what they say is swarms of anonymous attackers." Well, you could say what they're doing is unleashing swarms of paid anonymous attackers. Quote, "While Hillary Clinton fights to break down barriers and bring America together, the Barrier Breakers 2016 Digital Task Force will serve as a resource for supporters looking for positive content and pushback to share with their online progressive communities, as well as thanking prominent supporters and committed super delegates on social media," according to their statement. You know what that means? That's pro-Clinton propaganda, as well as anti-Bernie Sanders posts. Look, I have no problem with people defending Hillary Clinton, especially against bullshit. I've defended her against bullshit, and I'll gladly do it again. If the facts are on her side, I am on her side. Why? Because I'm pro-fact. I'm not with her, I'm with the facts. No matter where the facts lie. If the facts happen to be against her, then I'm going to be against her. If they're for her, then it's pretty obvious. You go where the facts are. And right now, the facts are that she has a super PAC that's paying an army of people to spread pro-Hillary propaganda online. And that very super PAC is coordinating with her campaign to do it. They're actually not supposed to do that. But again, here's the Daily Beast. Quote, "Due to FEC loopholes, the Sunlight Foundation's Libby Watson found that this year that the Correct the Record can openly coordinate with Clinton's campaign, despite rules that typically disallow political campaigns from working directly with PACs. Super PACs aren't supposed to coordinate with candidates. The whole reasoning behind Supreme Court decisions, Citizens United, rests on PACs being independent. But Correct the Record claims it can coordinate. Watson told the Daily Beast, "It's not totally clear what their reasoning is, but it seems to be that material posted on the internet for free, like blogs, doesn't count as an independent expenditure." And look, even if it wasn't free, right? And look, if you pay people to post comments, that doesn't sound like free. I'm just saying. This is really shady. But hey, look, even if you could find and definitively say that this is breaking FEC rules, it would never be enforced. It would never be challenged. Why? Because the FEC is essentially deadlocked and completely ineffectual. They can't even agree on fucking lunch. Half the members of the board are Republicans that don't believe in campaign finance regulations. Now, what's interesting is that Watson had previously worked at Media Matters for America. That's another David Brock publication, where their whole mission is to debunk conservative misinformation, and a lot of that ends up defending Hillary Clinton. But she says she's never seen anything like this. Quote, usually places like MMFA and CTR are defending her against the media and established figures. This seems to be going after essentially random individuals online. I don't know that they've done anything like this before. Look, knowing the internet as much as I do, the allegation of being a paid poster is not new. Not a new thing, right? There's always the allegation from people on the left that many right-wing trolls are paid posters by the Koch brothers or something. And I've seen right-wing forums call liberal posters paid by George Soros. So this is not a new phenomenon or a new allegation. But those were just allegations. This is real. This is real. This is confirmed. So if you see any weird posts with nothing but talking points or slogans, chances are that 50-50 that you're dealing with a paid internet troll. So I'm just warning you guys and letting you know that you guys should remember that it's always best to avoid feeding the trolls.